Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and I am the Horror Show host. And today, my mom and I went to go see
Monster Hunter.
There you go. Yeah, we went to go see Monster Hunter, which is the newest film from director Paul W.S. Anderson. He directed most of the Resident Evil movies, and this was I was kind of anticipating it, not too much. I was like, it looks kind of cool, but then I showed the trailer to my mom, and she's like, oh, that looks really cool, and I said, hey, we'll go check it out. So, what'd you think of Monster Hunter?
It was better than I expected.
Yeah?
Yeah?
What'd you expect?
I don't really know, but at the beginning I was like, oh, it's just gonna be too many. I could have done without a few special effects, just because it just felt like
Overblown?
sometimes it was like that's all there was at some parts in the beginning.
Yeah, and one thing, we'll get into spoilers later, but one thing I noticed was that the trailer kind of is deceptive. Not in a bad way, though. You probably didn't pick up on this, and I won't say anything until later. But, the trailer was really cool, so I figured this would be kind of a cool movie to watch in theaters, and I'm glad it was. I like the character dynamic between the Asian guy or Chinese guy or Korean, whatever, and Mila Jovovich. Her name is Mila Jovovich, who is actually the director's wife. She was in all the Resident Evil movies.
I didn't know that.
What did you think of their camaraderie?
I like that.
Yeah?
I liked that a lot. I thought that was good. I thought it was better than the beginning part of the movie.
With the soldiers?
Yeah, I expected that to have more camaraderie, but I didn't. I felt like it was those two that have more
Yeah, the funny thing.
chemistry on camera.
Yeah, the funny thing is they didn't even speak the same language.
Nope.
So there had to be what's the word I'm looking for? Not improv.
I think it made it more.
No, there's a word for it.
I don't know, but it made it better because I don't know. It was unexpected in a way. We weren't sure if they were going to get along or not.
Yeah, you know if they were going to be enemies. Although I did because I watched the other trailers.
I didn't.
I know. I only showed you one. What did you think of the special effects as a whole? Not just the parts that were overblown.
I thought they were good special effects.
Yeah.
I thought they were pretty good. I enjoyed that.
If you were to guess how much money this movie cost, no, don't give me an answer yet. I'll tell you a movie that came out like 5 years ago and had $150 million budget. That was Jurassic World. How much do you think this one had?
100 million.
60 million.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Not bad for 60 million.
No, I wouldn't think so. I don't think it was too bad. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. There are some people who are upset about this movie, not because it's insults of the game or anything, because there are some things that are insulting, but I haven't played the video game, which I should have said at the beginning, but I didn't. But I've never played the video game. She has never played the video game. I think if you just want some popcorn entertainment, this is the way to go this winter.
Yeah, if you don't really, I guess if you don't play the game and stuff, I didn't really realize it was a game, so it didn't really bother me because
I didn't either until they said it. I was like, oh, it's a video game.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a game, so I guess knowing it's a game was better for me.
Yeah, but watching the movie, you can kind of tell, like, oh, this is a monster from ancient legend, and like you can tell that, okay, that was a shout out to the video game. It was like, oh yeah, this monster was in this game. It kind of gave off that vibe because of the music that played behind it.
Yeah, you
can
so see it being a game now that I see.
Oh, no, not that, but like, because I could see that, like, the monster reveals when they were like, oh, like that. Yeah, that's it means like it's a big deal. And you could tell that it was either part of something video game related or something that was commonly known in entertainment. Kind of one of those things. Where I like that. Some people find it really annoying, like, oh, they put this character in this movie and they made him look like crap. I don't think the effects were bad at all.
No, I liked it.
Yeah. What did you think of the old guy? Do you know who he was played by? Do you recognize him at least?
I kind of do, but I don't know. Is it Nick Nolte?
No, it's Ron Perlman. He was Hellboy.
Yes, okay. I was like, I know who that is, but I couldn't
He was also in Pacific Rim as one of the market dealers.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay. I knew he was from somewhere and I just couldn't place him.
Yeah, not the new Hellboy, the old Hellboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think? There's another character. I'm not sure if this is from the video game or not, but they have this little cat.
Oh, yeah. That was cute.
Yeah, and
That was weird. If you didn't play, if I'm assuming it's on the video game then, because I was like, that makes like no sense.
yeah.
The only thing I could possibly tie in with, I think Asians use cat symbols a lot, and that would maybe that's why that's in the video game.
Egyptians use cat symbols
Yeah, but
a
I
lot
was
too.
like, maybe that's why.
But
I couldn't figure out why there would be that. That was kind of awkward, weird to me, I thought.
yeah, but it was funny at the end. There's a post-credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
I won't talk about it, but there is a post-credit scene, so stay after the credits. I won't talk about it till the spoilers because it does mean something. I don't know what it means,
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
but I'll describe it. What about the music?
I thought the music was good.
Yeah, did you notice like they have some techno 80s kind of music?
Well, it kind of went with the movie, I felt like.
Yeah, no, I like that. I was like, I didn't expect that. I expected it to be like a generic action score.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was fitting. It was entertaining, energetic. Like the whole movie was, not just the music. What did you think of the soldiers, the commander, her performance, Mila Jovovich's?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was, for the most part, it was good. In the beginning, I thought she was
Little monotone.
yeah. She grew on me, I guess, is what you'd say. She wasn't my favorite character, but she grew on me.
Like,
I wasn't quite sure what I was going to think of it when it started. I was like,
You thought she'd be kind of like stone cold, no emotion.
no. I just was like, I don't know. It felt like I don't know. It just felt like any other movie when it started, except for there was some special effects. And then I was like, okay, it's pretty good.
Yeah, one thing I noticed right away is when the soldiers were singing that song.
Yeah.
I was like, that's gonna come up later.
Yeah, and I
was like, that was pretty
I
obvious,
just
like, they
felt
wouldn't have it in there.
Another army movie or like
Oh no, yeah.
But then it got better. I felt like
Yeah. So we'll give her overall ratings, and then we'll talk about spoilers. So what would you give this film overall out of 5 or 10, however you want to rate it?
out of 10,
Or 5, whichever you want.
I'd give it like a 3
Out of 10?
out of 5.
Okay. I'd probably give it a
I was
2.5.
gonna say 2.5 or 3. Sorry.
It was nothing amazing,
No.
but it was nothing really new, but it was entertaining.
Yeah.
I might give it a 2 when I write my review, but who knows? It's still...
Say I might bring it down to a 2.5 overall. At that, maybe 2.75.
You can do that. I can't because I established my ratings. Okay, so we'll get into spoilers. So there's not that many to give. I'll start off with one so I don't forget it. The post-credit scene features a guy with a black hood perched atop the supposed sky tower, and I was like, "Who's that?" And I looked at my phone before the post-credit scene happened and said something important comes up at the post-credit scene that might lead to a sequel. And I was like, okay, I don't get it, but it's pretty cool. And if you guys know what it is, let me know in the comment section below. I don't care if you spoil it or not. And then the other thing that I did not expect... Well, actually, one more thing about the post-credit scene is that the cat comes in
Yeah.
and starts fighting. Like, it doesn't show him fighting, but he comes in to fight.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny. And then the one thing that I wasn't expecting, that I'm pretty sure you weren't expecting either,
Yeah.
was all of the other soldiers died within like 20 minutes of arriving
Yeah,
to
I
the New
wasn't
World.
expecting that. I was a little disappointed in that. I don't know if I was disappointed or not, to be honest.
Yeah, because you're not a big fan of like soldiers in horror movies or creature features, are you?
It doesn't bother me, but
Oh, I thought you weren't. Sorry. It depends on the movie for me. Like sometimes I like it, but sometimes I can't tell the damn soldiers apart.
yeah.
Well, I could have
It
with
was-
this movie, isn't it?
was
Like they had similar looking guys, but they also had one guy who looked similar to another one, but he had a helmet and the other guy didn't, so it was kind of easy to tell everyone apart.
I almost wish they didn't have too much with the soldiers in the beginning because you already know.
Well,
It's like common that they have a bond together.
yeah.
So I felt like they were just trying to force that issue that they have a bond together, and I would have rather just.
And then she doesn't. There's two things they don't even bring up. She doesn't mourn the soldiers that much, and she has this ring in a box.
Yeah, because she's married.
Yeah, but she doesn't bring it up as like a motivational piece or anything. Maybe
She
a
does
little,
at one point,
a
but
little bit, but nothing enough to really
think
be
they-
there for it all.
They could have added a little bit more at the end, and I think honestly, if they weren't going to spend any more time, if they should have spent either a little bit more time getting the soldiers a bond beyond being soldiers, or being in the army and the armed forces together, or they should have left out that together altogether. I feel like because it's kind of a given. So either you have to make it really personal, or just don't bother because it's.
They should have been given at least 10 more minutes of dialogue, because if that was,
the movie would have been too. But they could have went out. They could have went without a few different scenes on the action.
well, another thing is that they had that one guy pull out a picture of his family before the sandstorm hits, and it's like, you're trying to force it so hard that you're gonna have to care about these characters, but you really don't.
It could have just used some little work here and there. I think it wasn't terrible, but
Like, one thing that wasn't in the game apparently was the bugs, like the spiders.
that wasn't in the game.
No, apparently
Really?
not. I don't think so.
It would have been good in the game.
Yeah, and
I can actually see that as being part of the game.
yeah, and when there's that one guy left in their squad, and he gets exposed with spiders,
Oh yeah.
it's like you could have kept him alive. It didn't have to kill everyone.
I don't know. I don't really know how I feel. I just something wasn't right with that dynamic of all of that. Like I said, it should have just either gotten straight to the action, or spent just a little more time with them together, something more personal, and a little less time with them driving. Something around there just needed to be fixed differently.
What did you think about the ending?
It was good.
The very last scene, I mean.
I thought it was good, but
How they left it off that as a cliffhanger?
yeah. But the spider, just thinking about it, the spider should have been something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think the spider should have been different.
Why?
It doesn't really go with the whole theme.
Well, they're monster spiders. Not really. They could have been like a mixture of something else, because the first monster was like a triceratops mixed with a spider, and then they have all these little spiders.
Yeah,
It's like,
it could have just been something a little bit, or it could have been like baby ones of that.
Yeah, that'd make more sense.
It would have made
but
more
then,
sense. I was like spiders.
But
What
then
are
it wouldn't
spiders
have
coming
worked
to
for the
it?
story, because they used one of those spiders
Yeah,
to spoil,
okay, so
not
that
to
makes
spoil,
sense.
to poison the
Maybe
big
they
one.
could have made it more prehistoric looking or something.
Yeah.
I think that would have worked better. Because I'm like, why did a spider show up?
I feel like with the big monster at the
Or
end,
like scorpions.
even that.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. But I think the thing that a lot of people are going to be mad about is the ending, because it leaves off at a cliffhanger. And it has the monster I think everyone's been waiting for. Or I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but people will probably be disappointed. So is that all you got to say about Monster Hunter?
Pretty much.
Yeah?
I think so. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't bad. I would say to go to the theaters for the special effects alone, because they were really good.
Although we paid $35 to get in, which is a little too much. But
that's because it was an Xfinity.
That's true too. I mean, if you get this at a normal theater price, it'd probably be okay.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Especially if you can't. Sorry, if you can't really see anything else this holiday season that's full of monsters and explosions, check this out. It's not too bad.
No, I don't think it's bad at all. We've seen worse that got good ratings.
Like what?
The Nun.
That didn't get good ratings.
Oh, it did?
No, it didn't.
But I would have paid the money for this one again over Seek the Nun. I didn't think that was worth it at all.
I think The Grudge was even worse.
Oh, true. Oh well.
All right.
I'm ready to call it a wrap.
Yeah.
Go see Monster Hunter. Support the people. I think it was decent enough. It definitely warrants a trip to the theater.
Yeah.
If anything, just to get out and see some special effects in the theater.
Thank you all for watching, and Lion Brian Gatto, the horror show host. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon, where even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Plus, you get access to body counts and other music videos that you can't get on YouTube because of copyright and age restriction. Also, hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, and as always,
Subscribe.
There you go.